Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And my name's Stuart Stotts. We have a new song for you here, Tuesday, 11 o'clock, just like every Tuesday for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Thank you for being here. And today, a song that needs just a little bit of explanation before I play it for you. I have a friend, her health is badly compromised and has been for quite some time. She, lung stuff too, which is particularly scary. And I've known her a long time, and I was over talking with her back in February. A couple days I went over just to hadn't seen her for a while. And she was talking about the challenges of dealing with failing health, really. And part of that was about how hard it is to ask for help when you need it, and there's not a lot of choice in her situation. So asking for help is hard, and I know that's really very difficult for me, and maybe for everybody in our independent world. So there was that, but then we got to talking about love, and she would say that her life is filled with love. You know, that she loves many people, and that people love her, and I think that's true. But her kind of latest learning, as we were talking, or more recent learning anyway, was about how hard it is to accept love from people, to feel it, not just to believe it, but to feel it, and in a Rick Hansen kind of way, letting good in. So we were talking about that, and I realized how true it is that, I mean, for me, there are many people that I love. I feel fortunate, and people who love me, I think they do. And what it takes to really feel the love from someone is a challenge, because, you know, when someone says to me, I love you, I very quickly respond, I love you too, right? And it's true. But there's something about letting it really sit, letting that matters. So that's what this song is about, and I don't mean to steer too far into therapy talk or new age or whatever, but there is something about letting love in that inspired me to write this song. And many of the words and images in here came from her as well. So again, thank you for being here. The armor I've been wearing fits like a second skin, keeping sorrow out, keeping sorrow in. And all the times that I've been hurt and the stories I replay are just another wall to keep the world at bay. When you give love anywhere you go, to the people that you meet and the people that you know, when you give love, you learn again. The harder thing to do is to let love in. The harder thing to do is to let love in. There's a choir singing in me, boisterous and loud. Sometimes there's a single voice drowning out the crowd. I can recognize it as it echoes in the hall, wailing like a baby curled in a ball. When you give love anywhere you go, to the people that you meet and the people that you know, when you give love, you learn again. The harder thing to do is to let love in. The harder thing to do is to let love in. Reaching for the center, reaching for the edge, reaching for a single voice to talk me off the ledge. History may whisper, do it all yourself, but the bravest times I've ever had are when I've asked for help. When you give love, anywhere you go, to the people that you meet and the people that you know. When you give love, you learn again. The harder thing to do is to let love in. The harder thing to do is to let love in. So there you go. You might just think about the way that you love today, you know, and the way you express it and the way you let it in, right? And it is true that I think Frida likes the song. I'm not exactly sure she loves it. She's always a little hard for me to read anyway. Thank you very much for being here today. Love to everyone, and we'll hope to see you next week.